I get a number of questions with regards to Social Security, and there are two today that I want to share with you. One is the new full retirement age number for the year of 2022. And the other, which is a very important question for baby boomers, which is, will Social Security be there for me? So I'm going to share this with you, but before I do, subscribe to my channel. I have over 30 years experience in this business, and I want to share with you my conversations with my clients so that you can learn from them. So I have a question for you. And it's interesting. I ask all of my clients or prospects this question, and I get a different answer every time. How many Social Security strategies are actually available to you? And the number I typically get is somewhere between 6 and 10 or thereabouts. But the reality is, there's somewhere around 567 different claiming strategies. So no wonder people are confused, concerned, a little fearful of not actually maximizing their Social Security income. And this is backed up by a study that was done a couple of years ago from United Income that indicated that 96% of people take Social Security at the wrong time. It also indicated that most people are better off waiting until 70 to claim, with 43% of adults actually better off claiming before 70. And the big takeaway from the study was that by claiming at the right time, more than half of retirees would see their income in their 70s and 80s rise by more than 25%. So I really feel it's important on my end to empower you with as much information as possible so you're not leaving money on the table, money you may be depending on so that you can pursue your retirement goals. So first, let's address the issue of the new full retirement age number starting in 2022. So let's give a little bit of history. From 1935 to 1983, the full retirement age was 65 for everyone. And then in 1983, there was some legislation that changed some of the Social Security rules. And they indicated that they were going to increase full retirement age from 65 to age 67. But it actually took somewhere around 22 years for this to actually be enforced and implemented. And since then, until this year, what has happened is the following. So what we've all been working off of until this year is that if your year of birth was 1943 through 1954, your full retirement age was 66. And if you were born in 1960 or later, it was 67. And anything in between, it was prorated. Like for me, I'm 1955, so I'm 66 in 2 months. But that caused for a lot of confusion. Well, starting this year, it's actually been made simpler. Because for those who are turning 62 this year and moving forward, there's only one full retirement age now, age 67. Period. End of conversation. Now, having said that, it may change looking forward, right? But for right now, looking forward, for those of you who are turning 62 this year, and those who are younger than that, your full retirement age now is a very simplified, standardized 67. So I want to go into the big question I get, which is, will Social Security be there for me? But before I do that, in my recent book, Don't Outlive Your Money in Retirement, the second chapter is devoted exclusively to Social Security. So go up to my banner here and click on Free Chapter. I'll get you the free chapter. It'll give you a little bit more clarity about what the answers are to some of the questions that you may have, so you can make sure you don't take your income from Social Security at the wrong time. So let's go into this. So the big question is, will Social Security be there for me? As you can see on this next slide, the OASDI Trust. By the way, do you know what that stands for? Old Age Survivor Disability Insurance Program. Maybe they ought to change that name. We no longer, we don't feel old. But the fund, believe it or not, is still growing. Now, the trust fund balance on December 31st of 2019, as you can see, was 2.897 trillion. And based on the incomes and outflows, 12 months later, at the end of 2020, it was 2.908 trillion. But as you can see on the next slide, and this is assuming, and it's a big assumption, without any reform at all, the benefits will fall to about 78% of the amount that Social Security is currently guaranteed in the year 2034. So in other words, they will be able to pay out 78 cents on the dollar for all of those who are already in. Now, that does not mean that they're going bankrupt. It means if there is no reform, then they will be paying a little bit less than what we have been getting. So the question is, what needs to happen in order to avoid that? So as you can see on the next slide, there are a number of different options here to help to remedy this situation. They could increase maximum earnings, subject to the Social Security tax. Currently it's $147,000. They could raise the normal retirement age. And as you can see, 67 for those born in 1960 or later, no doubt with the actuarial tables going up and life expectancy moving out, that seems like it would be something that would be pursued. You could lower benefits for future retirees. And the fourth one, which is interesting, which is reducing the cost of living adjustments, which is assumed at this point by the trustees to be approximately 2.6%. But if you think about it, Social Security, sort of like a pension, but not like a pension, because pensions don't have cost of living increases where Social Security does. So this might be a good area to address. So I hope that these have helped you to understand a couple of the major questions that are out there so you can have more information so you make the right decision.